What do you think is the best amount of time to release the information in the flyer before an event? And how much time would you need before having to make the flyer and everything? How much time would you need to get it in order? So how much time before to release it for the event, and how much time would you need to create it?
Yeah, so from my experience, I would like to get a.
Wait, I thought it was.
Oh,
No,
it's
it's
back this way.
no.
That's
Yeah, it's good.
I thought it was going down the line. Yeah, I just keep so Kevin.
All right.
My bad.
For me, definitely, I think it's important to have that information at least within a week in advance. But depending on what the circumstance is of the information of the event, I think it's important to maybe give about 3 days in advance for making a flyer, a poster, a video, whatever it might take, just so that there's enough time for the communication chair to be able to get that done, and then also disperse it within the group chats, the social media platforms, and whatever other means of communication.
I think generally a week is a good amount of time to put something out there to get the idea, because usually by then you know when there's going to be an event, even if you don't have all the details of it planned out. So a week is when I would like to start promoting for it, and then the last 2 or 3 days is where I really want to start that's maybe when you put out some GIFs, or you let other people outside of the NESB maybe know more about it. So.
Wait, how much time would you need to create it?
Oh, to create the flyer. I can usually create
realistically.
A flyer.
Sorry, I meant to say.
I can just create a flyer in a day as long as I.
For me, probably a flyer would take 2 hours. I'm really, really familiar with different software. I do this all the time. But I would like to know about meetings in at least 5 days in advance, at least. A week would be nice, but I know we all have busy schedules and your meetings might not match up perfectly. So I think at least 5 days would be perfect.
Last question. I mean, no. Third question.
Mine gets priority though.
Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
that's what I said.
Okay. So, one of I've spoken to a couple of you guys about some of the struggles that I've had, with this chair. One of the things was how to keep your e-board organized and have them reach out to you ahead of time for information that you need to be sent out in advance. So when things are not done per se on time, how do you keep them organized, and how do you make sure that you're getting the information necessary for you to do your job?
Okay, so I think the best way of doing that is probably just to keep following up with people that you know are going to be hosting events soon. So if you know that there's maybe the Academic Excellence is hosting some kind of study night or something that's coming up and they haven't figured out all the details yet, maybe just asking them a few, ahead of time if you know what's kind of coming up, just so you get a better idea of what's going to happen.
I completely agree with that. I am friendly, but I really can't press someone if I have to. So I go directly to the person hosting the event and just say hey, this is your event. I'm just trying to help you. I'm trying to make this the best event as possible. So really just communicate with them and make sure everything's good.
I would kind of read the body language in terms of everyone that is working on the event, hosting the event, kind of reach out to them ahead of time, and also kind of read if they're kind of planning or in the works of that event. So kind of maybe even work on a pre-flyer or something just as a template ahead of time. So if there is a situation where last minute, they need a poster or flyer the next day, kind of be able to be that leverage for them and be able to give them enough time for myself, and then also for them to provide the necessary information for it to be dispersed.
And the last question, Stephen.
So my question is, could you speak a little bit on the other facets of being communications chair, especially specifically with the blast and how information gets sent out every week through email, and as well as the website that we have already for our chapters and things that can be improved upon for both ways of sending out information.
Does that mean? Okay, so first thing the website can be a little bit more visually pleasing. So I've already talked to Miles and he said he's willing to help me out, just getting used to the position, helping me send out a blast. Also, I did talk a little bit about the committees. I hope to select a few people just to do certain jobs, so public relations, alum, to help out with the alumni newsletter, because I feel like we could really help with that a little bit more, and social media specifically for that. So I think those 3 positions would really help grow this position, and
I would definitely leverage all of the power within all of the other e-board positions and kind of see what else everybody else could be able to bring to the table. As for critiques, as for information, or ways that we can improve the website. It's definitely, could be improved upon, definitely, especially when it comes to updating and keeping our e-board, informed, and also the entire general body, because, sometimes information gets misplaced. Some people don't make meetings, some people don't, hear by word of mouth. So kind of having some central place for all of our information, and even ways to put our national Crown Conference videos, or different types of events that we have, our general body events where Carl Reed came. Those are really notable things that we can put on there and help promote, so that way people are aware of our organization and that we are more structured.
Yeah, I think just following off what they said, there were some great ideas. Specifically with the website, maybe publicizing it a bit more, because I know a lot of the general body doesn't even know that we have a website. And yeah, keeping it updated with the different events we have coming up and that kind of thing. As far as the newsletter, maybe just making sure that people are receiving that also, because I know a lot of people don't, because it goes to their spam or it doesn't get to them, or the formatting is weird about it. So just following up with that kind of stuff.
Great, thank you.
All right, yeah. Thank you.
No, motion to extend time by either, do you have a question too? Yeah. Motion to extend time by 6 minutes.
Approved.
Alright, so my question is that, so I'm gonna put you guys on the spot, so like, communication shares is important because it can make or break like our attendance at events, based on when things are released and it's like the file you create. So I wanna like tease your like creative like brains. So I wanna know like, if you guys know about like our cultural potluck that we didn't get a chance to have, you might have saw like the flyer that was made, but I wanna know what would you have made, like if your brain was just fresh. You could say like colors you would use, any type of font you could draw on the board. Just, it doesn't have to be long, just give me something to let me know like where does your creative groundwork, what does it look like?
So in terms of a potluck, you're saying, just having foods, different foods, maybe different, if we're kind of making like a cultural thing as well, we add flags or different ways of representation for different cultures, or the foods that would be represented for that potluck. So just making sure that's inclusive to the actual event and that people feel that it's, kind of holistic and the entire meaning of it. And, the colors I'd use is probably like orange, yellow, just more bright colors so that people are more, eye-catching to them.
Yeah, I think that those are really good ideas. I think mostly I just have a bunch of pictures of food on there, things that people, really want to eat, that kind of thing. I probably use a lot of oranges and greens, but that's just the colors I use. So yeah.
I just piggybacking off what they said, I would definitely use oranges and greens and reds. I would also use different foods from different countries if it was like a cultural thing. So like we could also use advice from different, not advice, but we could also promote through different organizations. So like ASA, we can say like, hey, bring some African food, some like jollof rice or something like that, and just like promote through other organizations. But definitely, definitely collaborate with other organizations to use their logos, and that'll draw in more people to come to the events. So it's not just like a NESB affiliated event.
Erica.
So communication chair is a very time-consuming position, and I know a lot of us have a lot going on. So how do you guys tend to manage being an effective, successful communication chair and still keep up with other stuff?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So as far as time management, I would just kind of continue the things I normally do. I mean, I would say a calendar, but everyone always says a calendar. That's but yeah, just setting aside a block of time to actually work on things, especially when events are coming up, setting out, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less time. I usually evaluate at the beginning of the week how much time I'm gonna need for certain things.
You just keep going. You can.
All right. If you know me well, I live religiously by my calendar. Like everything is marked off in my calendar. I also use a lot of reminders. So, like I'm a very organized person in general, but also like being on the e-board, I would use this as like my first priority. So every other organization I'm a part of would definitely like go to the side, and I would just like focus on my time on NESB.
Definitely time management and our organizational skills are one of my specialties, and I really want to make sure that we are, sticking to our mantra and sticking to our mission of being able to collaborate and be able to work together. So knowing that I have a team in the e-board to back me up whenever there's information, so that way I know what needs to be accomplished. And again, I'm somebody that likes to immediately, if somebody says something even in a meeting, just write it down in my notes or put it on my reminders immediately so I can remind myself and remember, okay, this is what needs to be completed at this time with this deadline as well. Deadlines are really crucial and important. So, seeing that previously we didn't reach all of our deadlines in a very, spontaneous or good manner, I want to be able to reach them at a, in a manner that's more acceptable and, you know, can please the entire e-board and the general body as well.
So it's very important to have a vision for this position, especially like when coming with creativity. So, and there's like three facets of that. So one, communications responsible for social media, as well as communications to the general body, and then as well as to the region, region 2 that we're part of. So what is your vision for all those different platforms, and how do you go about being efficient with your blast and all those communication aspects? Yeah.
Okay. Just like I said, I really want to stress this committee just because I think everyone brings the different ideas to the table. So like working with a few other people would just help like collaborate with different ideas. For social media, I think we should really stress this just because it's 2019. Everyone's on social media. Everyone's on Twitter. Everyone's on Instagram. Not really GroupMe. So like I definitely think using Twitter and Instagram would really help with like member activity. For the alumni network, I would really like to help. Really like to start inviting them to our meetings because like if they're in town or just like around, like I feel like it'd be really cool to like see them back at our meetings. So if I get that committee, I really want to like kind of work with my committee member who's in charge of alumni and like invite them in our newsletters. And what was the last part of your question? I'm sorry. Or did I answer it?
No, it was just for you spoke about social media. Oh, it was to the general body. Like, what was your?
Okay, yeah, definitely just use social media a little bit more.
So my vision for the entire general body and for everybody is to just be, you know, have an open stream of communication. I think the biggest thing is for us strengthening our relationships with other chapters, especially working in the region 2. So even with NSB Junior as well, so bringing out other schools to our school and giving, you know, more of a leverage for the NSB Junior members or, you know, just kids in general who are maybe in the State College area who are interested in STEM or interested in attending Penn State and seeing NSB as an organization, already knowing about it, that'll give them more of an upper hand and learn more about, you know, what it's about. So definitely I want to make sure that my vision, you know, is to get everybody, you know, acclimated to what NSB is, what it is, because some people aren't even aware. And as communications chair, I think it's important to educate the entire, you know, Penn State community, not even just our, you know, general body or other organizations about, you know, what is, you know, the mission, what is so important about it, why do we have this, you know, ingrained within our minds, and how do we start our meeting with it every time. So that's my vision.
Yeah, I think following back what they said, a lot of the communicating with our members and outside is really smart. But I think that we should take a lot of the stuff, especially like for Region 2, as like a networking opportunity for like our members to network more with Region 2 and things like that, even like going through social media. So on social media especially, like I think having things other than just flyers might like make it a little more appealing for people to actually go to and look at from time to time. So I don't know, would that be like memes or, you know, little pictures or videos or stuff like showing what we did. I think that's like a real good idea to like reach out to like alumni.
Portfolios, just of flyers or videos we could go back to and see your work.
Yes, I have a ton of content dispersed on different social media platforms, YouTube namely, but you know, it's just my way of expressing myself and also expressing the things and experiences that are going on within our chapter especially. I think it's a good way for us to, you know, look back on something, especially look at the positive impacts of them, and then use those for future e-board members and for future people to look back on. And then we're like, okay, previously in the 2018-2019 chapter, they did this. This was really interesting. This is a way that we can kind of, you know, integrate and make our audience and more people appeal to, you know, what it is NSB is. So I have an entire portfolio of videos.
Yeah, I have a personal website that I update, so if you want to be linked to that, I can do that. Also, the flyers I make through Novachet are also like show kind of my photo editing and that kind of thing.
For my photo editing, I used to do it for fun, so like a lot of them are actually on Twitter. But I also used to I also used to design a lot of t-shirts for like different events I had at my high school. So if you really want, I can send photos. They're all in my closet, so I'm really proud of them. But yeah, I have so many. Also, I do have a graphic design portfolio because I was thinking about applying.